Good evening, dear friends. Welcome to Newspaper Analysis Townhall. Today is 21st of August, and we will see many interesting news in today's discussion. So, the first news is about a bill that claims to bring back the morality in politics. So, we will see that since that bill has been tabled in Parliament yesterday, what is the debate? What are the arguments in support of this bill, and why opposition is criticizing this bill? Can this bill really bring morality and accountability back in the politics when we see the trend of criminalization that is going up and up in the political scenario? Second news, we will see some developments related to global solar alliance in India and the world. And we will also try to learn some prelims specific facts about International Solar Alliance. Third news that we will see about Agni 5 successful testing, and we will try to see what is the 𝐼RV technology in Agni 5 missile and what are the important facts related to Agni 5 missile and what is the strategic importance of this successful testing for India's security. And the next news is about heavy lift rocket. So India started by making a rocket that could lift only 35 kg, and now we are thinking of making a rocket that can lift up to 75,000 kg payload into the space. So we will try to analyze and see important points from this news. And the next news is about the improving population of saltwater crocodile. We will try to see the details of saltwater crocodile and how it can help us in the prelims examination. So this is the fill in the blanks. These are 5 fill in the blanks that you should attempt after seeing this session. Now let us move on to our first news. So the first news that you see, bills to outs arrested minister triggers chaos. Okay, so let us try to see which are these bills. So these 3 bills are being tabled in the Lok Sabha, and it has led to uproar, a debate between the ruling party and the opposition. Let us try to see this 138th Constitutional Amendment Bill, Government of UT Amendment Bill, and JK Reorganization Amendment Bill. What is the key proposal? Why there is so much uproar? Now, the key proposal is that if any minister or chief minister or even prime minister is arrested for 30 consecutive days, for which offense? For an offense that is punishable up to 5 years or more imprisonment, then this bill give power for their removal. Who will remove them? PM can be removed by president and CM can be removed by governor. Now recently you would have seen that few chief ministers were arrested. For example, the chief minister, ex-chief minister of Delhi, 𝐼𝐨𝐵 𝐸𝐿, he was arrested. And he did not resign while he was in jail. So that is the context of this news as well. Now, what are the argument in favor and what are the argument against? Let us try to see. So the government is claiming that this bill will bring morality into politics. So if any serious charges are there, serious criminal charges are there against minister, chief minister, or even prime minister, then morality suggests that they should resign. They should not continue at the high offices. What do you think about it? This question is also a question of ethics. This question can come in the ethics paper as case study. So please brainstorm. Second argument of the ruling party is that it will set the accountability of politicians, especially the executive, the council of ministers. And third, as we have already discussed, it will prevent person facing serious criminal charges from high offices. So in the retrospect, if this bill would have been passed 2 years ago, then Lieutenant Governor could have removed Chief Minister 𝐼𝐴 𝐕𝐢𝐝 while he was in jail. Now what the opposition say? Opposition say that it undermines the mandate of people. The opposition believes that government can use ED or CBI and level false cases against opposition ministers or their chief ministers and remove them from their post. That is why they are saying that this bill is unconstitutional. This bill is not only unconstitutional, this bill is anti-democratic. And they also say that this bill is against spirit of federalism, because the consent of states has not been taken. Why it is against democracy? Because it undermines the mandate of people. Chief Minister or Prime Minister or any minister have come due to mandate of people, because people have voted for them. Now governor cannot and should not just remove them because there is a criminal charged file and they have been arrested. That is the point of view of opposition. And few parties also believe, especially the party of Owaisi, Mr. Owaisi, who is an honorable member of parliament, that this law can turn into India into a police state. So these are the arguments that are in support and against of this bill. What are the issues that are at hand? In Indian jurisprudence, there is a presumption of innocence until proven guilty. So even if any minister is arrested, it doesn't mean they are guilty. So then why they should be forcibly removed? Because it may happen that there is a false case against them. And then the people have right to contest election. They have, all the ministers have tenure. Then there is a issue of basic structure, federalism and democracy, which we have already discussed. Criminalization of politics, we have already discussed. So these things, these are important from ethical point of view. Please prepare this topic from the point of view of ethics also. Now let us try to move ahead and look into our second news. So the second news is Global Solar Alliance, that is International Solar Alliance, plans to establish research hub in India. So it can make India, this is the importance of this news, that it can make India into global solar knowledge hub. That is very, very important development. Let us try to see important facts about International Solar Alliance, which can be asked in the prelims examination. So International Solar Alliance is an intergovernmental organization established in which year? 2015. So in 2014, Modi government came. In 2015, at COP Paris, International Solar Alliance was announced by India and France. Please remember this, by India and France. Now please tell in comments, where is the headquarters of International Solar Alliance? Now what is the vision? Vision of International Solar Alliance is, let us together make sun brighter. And what is the mission? Every home, no matter how far away, will have a light at home. So this is a vision given by India to the world through International Solar Alliance, because it connects all the countries which have potential to harness solar power. So this is the vision of the government also, to provide energy to various countries of global south by harnessing global solar power. Now there is something called towards 1000 strategy. You can use this in the mains examination if the question is on International Solar Alliance. So International Solar Alliance is guided by towards 1000 strategy. What does it mean? What are its components? So the components are, you can also think of these as goals of International Solar Alliance. This is install 1000 gigawatt of solar energy capacity. And this is, we are not talking it about India, we are talking about at the global scale. Second, mitigate 1000 million tons CO2 equivalent every year. So obviously International Solar Alliance with the help of India is going to have a major impact in climate change mitigation. Provide energy to 1000 million people. Many countries in global south, especially in Africa, in Latin America, they are facing energy issues. Now with this vision, India and the other countries can provide them energy access. Now to have $1,000 billion investment by 2030 in solar power. So these are the strategies. Now what is the news? News is that International Solar Alliance will establish 17 center of excellence across different countries. In India, they will set up Global Capability Center, which will help India emerge as global solar knowledge hub. Now there is one more important fact that is given in this article, that India has cumulatively installed about 119 gigawatts of solar capacity as of July 2025. So please note this down. It is very important from your prelims perspective. It can be asked in the prelims examination. Now let's try to see our next news. So the next news is about Agni 5 missile. You can see this is the Agni 5 missile, and here it mentions intermediate range. We will see what is the range. Ballistic missile. Do you understand what does ballistic means? There are two types of missile. One is cruise missile and second is ballistic missile. So ballistic missile follow this trajectory. So they are fired and then they go to the outer space, and then gravity does it work, and under the influence of gravity they hit the target. However, if it would have been a cruise missile, it would have, it could follow any path, which is a guided missile. So this is the meaning of ballistic missile. Now let us try to see Agni 5. Now Agni 5 is intercontinental. Intercontinental means which can move between continents. It means it has range of approximately 5,000 kilometers. Government never gives the exact data of the range because it is important, strategically very important for India not to tell exactly what is the range of its missile, but according to the expert, its range is around 5,000 kilometers. That is why we are calling it intercontinental ballistic missile. It means it can reach to another continents. It is designed by DRDO. So this test has happened under Strategic Forces Command. Now let us try to see more news. There is one mention that the previous trial of Agni 5 tested the multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle technology, that is called MIRV technology, MIRV capability. Now let us try to understand what is MIRV capability. In conventional missile has one warhead. So if it is fired, it can just hit one target. Now you know what is the problem with ballistic missiles. Since ballistic missiles follow this trajectory which is quite conventional and it can be calculated, so there is a chance that enemy radar will pick up this missile and shoot it down. So in order to improve its effectiveness, in order to improve its probability of hitting targets and various targets, what is done here in this MIRV capability? That multiple warheads are attached to single missile, and as soon as it re-enters the earth, all these multiple warheads can target different targets. So it can hit different targets. So it is very difficult for the enemy radar to pick up and destroy all the warheads. So this missile, which is having MIRV capability, will end up in hitting its target. So that is the essence of it. Now what is the significance of this test? It will strengthen India's nuclear triad. Means since it has around 5,000 kilometer range, it can hit the mainland China, which improves India's nuclear deterrence, and it makes us operationally ready for the use of this missile. So this is the significance. You can expect questions in prelims from Agni 5. Now let us try to see next news. So next news is ISRO moots heavy lift rocket that can carry payload up to 75,000 kilogram. So as we have, let us try to see. On August 1980, we created SLV-3. So you can see its height is around 22.7 meters. It's tall. But what is the payload? It can carry 40 kg payloads. To which orbit? Lower Earth orbit. Lower Earth orbit. Lower Earth orbit is at 2000 kilometers. Now PSLV payload capacity was around 1860 kilograms up to sun synchronous polar orbit. And then latest we have come up with GSLV Mark III. It has the payload capacity of up to 4,000 kilogram to geosynchronous transfer orbit, GTO. GTO is at 35,786 kilometer. It is also important for your prelims examination. Now let us see this GSLV Mk3. It has payload capacity of around 4,000 kilograms to GTO, and it has payload capacity of 8,000 kilogram to lower Earth orbit. Now we are trying to create an advanced heavy lift rocket which can have payload capacity up to 75,000 kilogram. It is also important because of India's space vision. We discussed it earlier that by 2035 we want Bharatiya Antariksh Station. By 2040 we want to land India's person on moon. So all of that will require this rocket. Its height would be equivalent to 40-story building. So this is it about this news. Let's try to see our next news. Next news is about saltwater crocodile. It is different from another type which is called gharial. So gharial is critically endangered. Saltwater crocodile, the news is that its population in Bengal's Sundarban Biosphere Reserve shows substantial increase. Now let us try to see something about saltwater crocodile. It is largest and heaviest of all living reptiles in the world. Very important fact. Generally found in eastern coast of India in Sundarban, Bhitarkanika, Andaman, Nicobar Islands. Its IUCN status, please remember, it is least concerned. Gharial, just we have discussed, that is critically endangered. It is protected under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act. Under CITES, it is protected under Appendix 1, but there are 3 countries in which it is protected under Appendix 2, which is Australia, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. So that is it about this news. These are the questions and answers from previous town hall. Now please try to attempt these 5 questions. This is IUCN, not ICUN. Thank you very much. If you have any question, please write down in comments.